Hello, welcome to today's session of Random Talking. So today I'm going to talk about the topic church choir. So how I joined the church choir and I was in 7th standard and we were just standing, one day after the Sunday church prayer service, we were standing outside and the priest, he came to my dad and he said, what plans, what your child doing and all. I was like, I'm in 7th standard, and he's like, are you attending catechism? I said, yes, I'm attending. Catechism is studies, Bible studies or, church studies, prayers are taught and all that after the prayer service on Sunday. Only children from class 1 to class 10. Back in my time, it was only till 10th standard. So first standard till 10th standard will be taught catechism. Catechism is the, prayers and good parables, stories are all there. They have textbooks for each class. So class wise, there's a segregation and, we people learn that. So I finished my catechism and I was like, yeah, I'm attending catechism. And then the priest said, why doesn't she join the choir? I was like, choir? My dad was like, okay, yes, father, sure. And then he's like, you have to come for practice on Saturdays. My dad's like, yeah, she will come for practice on Saturdays. What time is it? So I was like, okay. And then the priest said, you might have a minor test to get an entrance test will be there. I was like, entrance test. And I'm somebody who was never sung, like small, when I was very small and all these rhymes and all I used to sing. But as I grew up, I don't remember, Sunday church, I used to come sing. And the priest was like, is she attentive in church? And my dad's like, no, father. Actually, I sit next to my dad and I have to listen. I have to write my report. That's a different story. Dad's like, no, she is sleeping in the mass, father. And if you put her in the choir, she will, not sleep and she will listen very attentively to you. So I was like, but then, so this is what he told the priest. And the priest was like, is she sleeping in the church during prayer? I was like, no, I have not done that. So after that, they sent, so the next Saturday came and I go there and everybody's there for the Saturday practice. So they told me that, 5:30 mass, there's a prayer at 5:30. So after the, group prayer service at 5:30 to 6:30 is 1 hour prayer service. After that at 6:30, the choir starts on Saturdays. For the Sunday. So this is for the Sunday. They practice on the Saturday. Previous day evening, Saturday they practice and they sing it on the Sunday morning prayer service. That's like the main prayer service. So Saturday I go 6:30 and I'm like, oh my God. And then they're like, sing some song. And my mom is like, she just taught me, like, she's a convent kid, my mom. I'm like, no, this is not happening. And I have no pitch sense, starting sense, no common sense also when it comes to singing, okay. So my mom taught me, thank you, Jesus. And I go there and the keyboard is there. Not naming, but let's keep everybody separate out of it. So he was like, sing something. And my voice is very strong on the bass, mostly on the bass side of it, kind of a thing. He was like, sing. I was like, thank you, Jesus. So the whole thing I sang and then it's like, little higher. I was like, oh, okay. I sang and then it's like little faster song which got, little thrills and shrills and all that. I'm like, I don't think I know this song by heart. And a couple of them were like from, convent background or their parents were super active in church. So they kind of knew a lot of stuff and I was like, oh no. And on a, festival day or a Sunday, particular Sunday, they used to have a mixed mass. So the language of the prayer service will be a mix of English and Kannada. So I didn't know to read Kannada. I mean, I can talk Kannada properly and well. Reading was bad, yeah. I mean, I can read like slightly, but not fully. So yeah, that doesn't help, right? You need to have fast reading if you want to seeing it. So yeah, we used to convert everything into English and then for us to learn and then I used to sing kind of a thing. So I think another two of us were having that issue because Kendriya Vidyalaya, we don't have regional languages. It's just Hindi and English as 2 languages. So yeah, not proud about it. But, as many languages as you can learn to talk, to write, to speak, everything is good. That's what I believe in. You can talk. Talking is possible if you know a lot of languages to a lot of people. So that's quite helpful, isn't it? So then after this test was over, the keyboardist was okay. It's like, yeah, it's like whether I take this test or not, kind of it looks like, they're telling to take you. So I was like, okay. So I joined in, and they had a good amount of so I saw they were, a lot of them were, couple of them were at least like really proper singers. They were singing really well, really well, even now. So there was a lot I learned as I got there, like the voice, the whole, my voice and listening, all that improved, and I was able to, what to say, the proper starting, ending, the pitch sense, all that they developed in me amazingly. So there were a couple of them really who sat down with me, and they're like, no, can you get this up, can you go this down? And yeah, though it was like slightly embarrassing that you didn't know, and they knew the songs, the lyrics, hymns and all by heart. I was like, okay, I don't know this also by heart. So yeah, there was a lot of learning to do. So 7th standard this happened, and yeah, my dad's aim was to put me, into the keyboard side. So somebody's playing the keyboard at them. So, so they also grow up, right? They also have their jobs and careers and everything. So the keyboardists kind of, they were rotating. There were two of them at the time. So mainly the person who asked me to sing, he was the one who was mainly handling it, and he was like proper rock band, pop band. It was too good, full of life. His playing was. And then next person also was very good, and he single-handedly handled for a very long time, but then again his job demands, and he kind of had to go abroad and come back, and also there was a gap. So in the meantime, they asked, anybody is interested from the choir who knows to play. So there was 3 of us. So we kind of decided, so we all kind of, they came up to the thing. I was in class 10, okay, now. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 years now. So this is the 4th year I'm in the choir. And the choir is amazing. They've gone to a lot of places. They got like 2 trophies for a Bangalore diocese singing Christmas carols or some competition. They have won it. I was not part of that. I didn't know it. So the Saturday practice is like, it starts at 6:30, it goes on for a very long time. So sometimes it goes till 8:30, and during Christmas and Easter time, they practice every day. It's not just Saturday. It's like they start from, if Easter is there, then 2 weeks prior they start, and every day evening they go and, they start singing. So, so Easter is like April time and Christmas is December time. So that's like 2 weeks of proper singing, like, and the practice used to go on like for 3-4 hours. So 6:30 or 7 it used to start, because people have to finish work. So we had a couple of senior members also, so they have to finish their work and come back. It's like 7ish, and then it goes on 8, 9, 10. So 10:30 also some days. So 8:30. So I had to go and come on my own. My dad's like, you're the only child, you go, come, and you have to be independent. I'm not going to come and pick you up or drop you. So 6:30 I used to reach there, and they used to start by 7. 8:30 is the kind of the official last bus. So after 8:30, every half an hour there's a bus till 9:30. So 9:30 is the last bus, and it moves out, it's over. So 8:30, after that the next bus is at 9 o'clock, and then 9:30, and that's it. The buses are over to my place, from the church to my place. So it's around 7 kilometers from my from my house to the church. So I am like 8:30, I'm like, why don't we finish? I'm like, okay, and they're still singing, and I'm like, okay, I think I gotta go. Tata. So I leave at 8:30. Obviously they weren't appreciative of it, and I was not appreciative of the fact that I have to go home alone. So 8:30 I go stand in the bus stand. If I miss the 8:30 bus, then I have to wait till the 9 o'clock bus. And the best part of the 9 o'clock and 9:30, so 9 and 9:30, there's 2 more buses to go, right? Is that the 9 o'clock bus is 10 minutes late, and the 9:30 bus is 10 minutes early. So there's a window period of 9:10 to 9:20. Okay. So, and if I miss that 8:30 bus, then I have to wait for 40 minutes chumma standing there. The whole travel would be like, for me, like 20 minutes if there's no railway gate. So there's a railway gate also on the way to my place. So if the railway gate is put, then I have to sit down like at least 20-25 minutes till the train goes. And, it's a bus, right? So it has to take its own sweet time to clear. So, yeah. And Wonder Splash was first time there. So the road, is like properly. So it's an 80 feet road on which the church is lying. To the bus stand, I have to walk like around 400 meters. So this is like a slopey road, okay, like centered. The divider is on a height and the sides are slopey. So if you there's a footpath. So I'm walking on the footpath, and it is raining cats and dogs, and I'm going back after the, practice one day. And suddenly my leg goes into a hole, like a really big hole. Till my knee, my leg is gone inside. Okay, like you can't see, right? Because it's fully flooded with water. It's filled with water. You don't know. My leg goes in and I lift my leg and my slipper goes off. I'm like, Christ, now what? First of all, I'm like clenching and holding and going, and then the slipper goes off. Best part, the slipper starts floating because I was wearing a foam floating slipper, so that floated on top. I'm like, Christ, this is it. I grabbed it with my hand because the water's almost till my knee level. 7th standard, my height, you can assume like slightly smaller than what I am currently. So I picked it up with my hand, and now how to put it, because you can't see your feet, no? Like you can't throw the slipper down on the floor and wear it kind of thing. I lifted my leg and put it on that, like that. So yeah, and then I started walking, and little bit forward I went, one bus went, I was like, chang, from the top to the bottom I got drenched. I was like, awesome, this is life. And then I get into the bus, okay, that day, and there's like very few people, right? 8:30, no, I think that was the 8:30 or 9:10, some bus. I get in and they're like, sit down, ma, sit down. I'm like, I'm wet. And then they're like, no, it's okay. I'm like, I don't want to sit because all that, the splash water, all that mud water is on me. I was like, no, it's okay, I'll stand. They're like, so many empty seats, must sit down now. They have to make me sit. I was like, no, I'm going to stand. This is it. I'm fully drenched. I'm going to stand. They're like, it's okay. One seat becomes drenched. It's okay. I was like, fine. Now you all want me to sit. That's it, right? I sat down. And then, we finished all that and we reached my place and I came home. So I had to come walking, okay? Walking. Yeah. So the next time is, one day I decided, 8:30, I'm not leaving. They were all, so my choir people were like, every day you go off early, you don't stay for the whole practice and all that. So I was like, okay, I stayed for the whole practice. It was 10:30. It's still not over. And I was like, yeah, go on. You people don't want to send me. My dad doesn't want me want to come and pick me up also, even though he's at home. So I was like, so be it. Let's see what happens. Whatever will be okay. So I was like staying there, and at 9:30 or something, my dad came, okay? It's like, oh, not bad. He's come. So 9:45 something he came, and then it's still going on till 10:30, and he's like, every day it's like this. I said, yeah, see, so I'm missing so much of the practice. I told this, and then we went back. So yeah, but then it still continued, me leaving at 8:30 and all that. Then when I was in 10th standard, they were like, okay, now we need a new, keyboardist to kind of pick up before these people kind of move out, the previous batch of them. Like 2-3 of them used to play. So, before they kind of have their work and job and move out, we want a new set of people to be, up and running. So there was 3 of us from the choir at that time who kind of knew to play the, keyboard. So we all auditioned. Not audition. So one day they told us to take one particular, song, and during the prayer we will play. Each of us will play one. So that's like 3 hymns of the Sunday Mass. I think in the Sunday Mass there's 11 or 13 hymns. So they were like, you play one. So I was playing the offertory bit. So previous day I went to church and all and practice on that keyboard for like 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Only one hymn, okay, like it's just 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. I have to play, and next day Sunday I'm there. That moment has arrived. I was singing till then at the mic. Now I've left the mic. I go near the keyboard. I'm standing. Everybody's watching. My dad's like the full turning around and watching because he's so like keyboard. It was his dream to teach me keyboard, and I learned it maybe only for his sake. I don't see any talent in me on that front. So he's like fully watching what's gonna happen, kind of a thing. Everybody's there. And the priest is looking, and they're like, okay, now they're expecting me to play. Best part, I forget the first line of the song. So I need the melody to, kind of pick up the chords and go. I forgot the first line of the song. I'm like, now what? And everybody's like looking at me, play. I started on a wrong chord. They were like, start with the chords. I started on a wrong chord, and then I then after they started singing, I remembered, and then whenever they spontaneously sing, I don't know which part is that key. I'm like fully lost, and some malfunctioned kind of a thing I did, okay, like fully nothing related to the song. The song is going on a totally different scale, different pitch, different thing, and I'm playing it on a totally different thing. Everybody's like, what just happened? It's like a glitch or something from the choir. So yeah, and the other two kind of properly played their bits, okay? And then they were like, all three of you, me too, there's no question, only I kind of totally ruined it. The other two, they were like, you people are okay, you all three of you take another 6 months to 1 year time, and we will again put y'all and see how y'all improve, and kind of learn this from them, or however you want to learn, but get better was the thing. It's like 6 months time. So I was in 10th, then 6 months happened. Then I think 10th standard my tuition started or something like that. So then I stopped going. And first PU also, first PU I again rejoined back like to singing side. And then again second PU tuitions, and again going to choir practice was not possible. So then first year of engineering, again I re-entered, and then there was this slot, and three of us, Ronita, Kenneth and me. Okay. Yeah, I kind of came off with the names, so yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, so we three were there, and we used to split, half of the mass one person, the other half the other person, and sometimes full. So yeah, it went on like that. So I was like, for me, first semester, so that I was like first semester of engineering, and playing the keyboard, I was like, whoa, I didn't have any kind of natural instincts to, kind of get the chords or put the music or anything. Or maybe I didn't have enough time to practice was one of the things. I don't know, yeah. I can't even crib, because it's not like I did something very great in life, but yeah, time management is a big thing, right? So, engineering and everything was new. So engineering, in between of that, this song, so I used to like play the keyboard till 11. My sleeping time is like properly from childhood is like 9:30 is last. So I was to sit and write those notations. I needed notations like properly. Otherwise I used to panic if there's no notation. So there's proper notation and all that. I used to write the notes and all at night fully and put it there. And back then I had no access to internet, no YouTube, nothing. Okay. So it's like zero on any of those fronts, or even Google search also I think I wouldn't have done properly at that time. So it was purely by, whatever I heard in the church, whatever I was singing from 7th standard, 8, 9, 10. Based on that, I used to write my melody bit. And after the melody bit, I used to somehow match those melody, so the right hand, whatever keys it holds, based on that, I used to select some chords and randomly put it. And then that's when I realized that my, chord sense, the flow of the song was not that great. But then I kind of put it together. So 11:30, and my dad's like, what are you doing at 11:30? He comes and he's like, yeah, you want me to play in the church? This is how it's going to work. So, and then they didn't want to have the noise, right? Because I'm playing. And when I'm kind of in stress, I can't hear the music. That's another problem. I can't hear what I am playing, because I'm so stressed out. So I need loud music so that it reaches my head. Basically, it should reach my head. The ear is functioning only. So the stress levels is like, I need more noise. So I used to put it in full volume, and like night 11:30 my parents will come off it. So I used to put there's a ear plug thing, so you put that, and with a earphone I used to sit and listen to it and play at night. And I kind of built up a quite a good amount of notes and notations for my own notes and notations, own chords. I don't even know till today if it's right, wrong. It sounds okay, it's running, so I'm like, okay, that's about it. So yeah, I think I played for 6 months like that, and December is again semester exams, and that's like Christmas practice time. So that's like 2 or 3 weeks of continuous everyday practice. So I was like, that's not happening, because exams are exams and I might fail. My dad's like, you try to fail and show it to me. I'm like, you are crazy. I can't do such things. So meanwhile, when this was happening, the priest was like, some people are not coming for the Saturday evening practice and they're playing on Sundays, which was definitely not me. So I used to always go on Saturday. So I was so scared of playing on, for the church mass on Sunday, that I used to go on Saturday. Even 6:30 is the practice time, right? So I used to be there at 4 o'clock. So from 4 to 5, I used to practice alone. Nobody's there. I'm alone in the church. 4 to 5, I used to practice. Then 5 to 6 was there was a prayer. On Saturdays, there's a prayer. So a lot of people come for the mass and prayer. So that happens. Prayer service is there. Then 6:30 onwards, our choir practice will start. So I was spending like 4 to 8:30 in church on a Saturday. That's like 4.5 hours because I had to practice. Then the prayer service. Prayer service was like I don't want to attend, but now because I had come earlier and I have to stay back after, so that's then the between. So you go through it kind of a thing. So it's like 4.5 hours of being in church. So then 8:30, then I leave and I reach home by 9. So yeah, then Sunday mornings again, cycling, some days cycling to church because my parents are lazy to wake up on time and set. So every day I was like, come daddy, we'll go come. Because when you are a keyboardist, you kind of have to set the mics, kind of have to put the keyboard. My dad's like, as though if you don't go, the whole choir will not run. I said, it's not about it running or not. It's about, your dedication and commitment to be there and do what you have to do. Yeah, he didn't consider any of what I was doing serious, but he wanted me to play the keyboard, and he was so proud, and he used to look like this, and I used to keep telling him, don't keep staring at me like that. I can literally feel you watching me. So he's be like, yeah, you can feel me watching, but that doesn't make any difference. I will do that. And then slowly he started, turning that side. So 6 months of that, and December came, and there was a meeting at that time. And there was a priest, and one day after I finished practice and I go, and he started yelling at me out of nowhere. He's like, you're not coming for this Saturday. So the times when I have not gone for the Saturday evening practice, I haven't sang or, played the keyboard on a Sunday morning prayer. I'm very sure about that because I was very scared of, playing without practice. So I'm very sure about that. And he was like, he just randomly started yelling at me. It's like, what do you think? You don't come for Saturday practice and Sunday you'll just randomly come and start playing the keyboard and play. I'm like, see, singing is a different thing. If I've come or not come on Saturday and sang on Sunday, that also I've not done officially. So I was like, I don't think it's me who has done that. Then he's like, no, I've got news from a lot of people. I'm like, got news from a lot of people. Okay, and then back then I was very, sensitive. I'm like, accuse me for the right thing, I'm okay with it. This was like an accusation which I very strongly knew that I haven't done it to my best of conscience. So I was like, he's like yelling, you're not coming for Saturday evening practice, just coming and playing on Sunday. There is, people who are talented. If they are, swabhimana ko kya kehte? Self-respect is hurt. They don't come back to that place. This was one statement he made. People who are talented, if their self-respect is hurt, they don't come back. Okay. I was like, okay, fine. I was like fully in tears. I'm going to cry. And, I wanted to speak like, no, it's not me. I mean, at least I haven't done that. I have definitely come for practice. I've come at 4 o'clock, done that. I wanted to say all these things. But then people are like, calm down, he's kind of angry. Calm down, he is angry was the one statement they told me. I was like, what? So if it's so I was like, fine, let's let him calm down. And then I left for the day and I came back home and I said, I don't want to go tomorrow. I let let them do whatever they want on a Sunday mass. And I was like, no, it's your responsibility. See, something happened the previous day. It's your thing to do it in front of so many people. Go do the right thing. So I went the next day morning, with full resentment. I stood there, I played the keyboard. And then the following week also we had another meeting. So again he says talented people, self-respect, and they don't come back. So I was like, okay, this is a proper nudge on me. So I came back home and I told, it's not about self-respect or talent being there. I just don't want to go. And if they don't want me, I was very much fine in having told that you don't have the talent or you don't have the skill, please stay out of it or something. I was like, okay, fine, this is it. And anyways, December I have my semester exams and I need time to study. So this is only going on, like every weekend this is happening. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. I told I'm quitting. And I was like, no, you can't be quitting. Quitting is a very dangerous thing. You can't be quitting. So it's like, yeah, I am quitting. Next Sunday I'll be quitting. And that will be my last Sunday. I'll just go. I'll sing and I'll come back. And he's like, no, you can't do this. And that Sunday he didn't come to church. He's like, are you going to do it alone? I said, yeah, I'll do it alone. I went and I told, thank you. It was really nice. And it's been an amazing, part of it. And I have my exams December and I don't think I can make it up on every day for Christmas practice. And I don't want to bring down anybody's morals of attending and singing. So yeah, that was my bit. And there's a lot of things I learned, like when choir. First is being on time, singing, the pitch sense, the starting. So yeah, after that, oh yeah, so I forgot to tell, no, my first time I played, yeah, I kind of frost, right? So next time onwards, when I started playing, I was playing well. I understood I need to get the starting part of the song correct so that it can go on and on in a proper smooth way. So these are a lot of things I learned, and that served me a long way in that stage awareness, which has helped. Like the next song, this is happening, and you're totally in tune with what's happening for around 1.5 hour. There's full concentration. So that's my bit on the church choir, singing, and keyboard. And I'm very grateful for the priest who has put me there, to all the people who mentored me to sing, and to people who kind of taught me how to play the keyboard from church. And whatever I played was like made by my own melody bit and things. So that's about it. It was a great experience, and I totally enjoyed whatever it was, no matter how it ended. That's totally fine. There should be some, it's all God's plan. It happens according to what is said from above, and I just take it in the go. And I could play a lot of songs because I was there for at least 6 months, and those were the most I can still play those songs because that much amount of practice went into it, dedication went into it, and I took the time to I made the time to make it happen. So that's my bit of today. Stay happy, stay hydrated, and it's a little chill in Bangalore. It's raining, so get your sweaters out, or pullovers or whatever, and keep yourself safe, happy, and healthy. Ta-ta!